Welcome to the KZGN News. Today we'll bring you news about city roadwork, Kern County news, a code enforcement and abatement update on the Howard property, and much more.
From the Rademacher Hills to Bee Mountain and the mighty Sierras, Ridgecrest to Inyokern and China Lake, this is your news for the Indian Wells Valley with the KZGN News crew.
I'm Tom Wicknick. Here's news affecting Ridgecrest and the Indian Wells Valley. In news from Kevin McCarthy's office, he provides the following update on the Veterans Administration. Over a year after America discovered the Department of Veteran Affairs had a secret wait list for veterans needing care, and after President Obama said he was madder than hell about the scandal, a new report finds that the problem is even worse today. According to the New York Times, there are now 50% more veterans on wait lists for a month or more than there was during the height of the scandal last year. This news comes on the heels of reports that the VA had not reduced wait times at all during this past year. After the House passed a VA reform bill to improve access to care for our veterans and allow the VA to get rid of employees at the center of the scandal, the VA has slow-walked reform. Few people, if any, were fired for allowing veterans to die while waiting for care. And little to nothing has been done to reduce wait times. As Leader McCarthy outlined at the Concerned Veterans of America Summit last February, these continual troubles stem from a fundamental problem of the VA being stuck in the past. Kevin made this statement: "The VA system of the past was about bricks and mortars, the numbers of hospitals and clinics they can build. To me, that is wrong. It should be about the care of the veterans, the medical care. I want the care for the veteran first." So now, a year after the scandal, when the VA has been appropriated more funding and America has called for greater accountability, why are veterans not receiving the medical care they need? Why do we continue to let veterans suffer with substandard socialized care that never gets fixed, instead of allowing them to access to a free market with competition, lower prices, and higher quality care? As Leader McCarthy wrote last year in the USA Today, the VA is steeped in a culture of ambivalence coupled with a lack of accountability, and no amount of funding can fix those problems. Washington's traditional response of throwing money at the problem won't change the fact that people in the VA hid problems and silenced internal critiques, while all administrators receive bonuses when they shouldn't have. Only through modernization and a change in culture can fix the VA. Where is President Obama on this issue? As a military cliche would say, the president is missing in action. In news from the Ridgecrest Public Works Department, the Street Department is announcing that road work will be performed on the westbound lane of Upjohn Avenue between Holly Canyon and Karen Street. This is along East Upjohn. Access to the area will be available at all times. However, there may be delays in going through the area. The Street Department is asking that all residents not park their vehicles on the street during the construction time of 6:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The road resurfacing will be carried out starting today, June 24th, and go through June 30th. And it is recommended that if you don't live right in that immediate area, try and avoid it altogether. It will only be an inconvenience for a week. It will be dirty, slow, and possibly congested. And pay attention to any reduced speed limit signs in the construction zones. Fines are doubled in these zones, and the Ridgecrest Police Department will be enforcing all speed limits. Yesterday, KZGN-TV went out to see how the Dale Howard Code Enforcement Abatement case was coming along. Just as a recap, the city has been trying to get Dale Howard to clean up his numerous properties out in Ridgecrest Heights for over 10 years. Well, earlier this year, the courts finally ruled in favor of the city, ordering him to remove all the trash and materials he has accumulated on his properties over 30 years. The court ordered an official receiver to go in and take over the property and get it cleaned up. Here are pictures of the status as of yesterday. While great strides have been accomplished, there is still a lot more to do. The receiver has stated that Mr. Howard has been mostly cooperative, but he is slow in performing. It is in Mr. Howard's best interest if he cleans it up on his own. It would cost him a lot more if the receiver arranged and paid for the cleanup. In addition to the general cleanup, he has got to get rid of a half burnt down residence on one of his lots. That was visible in one of the pictures. So while progress is being made, it seems to have slowed down. We'll keep an eye on this. This just out from the Indian Wells Valley Water District. They just released an advisory notice of a temporary water outage and traffic disruption on Down Street to begin July 1st. The downstreet temporary water outage and traffic disruption is due to a shutdown of the water main between Ridgecrest Boulevard and Upjohn Avenue. Construction must be conducted for various service line replacements in preparation for the city's upcoming road construction project. Water crews will be in this area beginning July 1st. You may experience periodic and temporary outages during the hours of 6:30 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Crews will be working hard to keep you in water and keeping outages as short as possible. However, please be advised there are no predetermined times for outages, and unforeseen circumstance outages may extend beyond stated time periods. There is the possibility of air in water lines. The Water District says the common occurrence can be corrected by running cold water faucets until the air is completely gone. Along with water outages, area traffic will be limited to local traffic only during construction hours. If you must come and go from the area during construction hours, please be mindful to follow flagman instructions. Flagmen will be directing local traffic on the safest way to proceed through the construction area. The Indian Wells Valley Water District regrets any inconvenience this construction may cause. Construction completion is expected by July 31st. Your patience is greatly appreciated. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact Jason Lillian at 760-384-8414 or Travis Reed at 760-793-1175 during construction hours. At yesterday's regular Kern County Supervisors meeting, they discussed banning of fireworks in Kern County parks. They voted to ban all fireworks from all county parks. This includes safe and sane fireworks. This ordinance is in effect immediately. This does not apply to professional permitted fireworks displays. The County Parks Department cited fires started in parks in previous years. They had 2 parks catch fire in the Bakersfield area and 1 catch fire in Tehachapi last year. And this year, they have even cut back watering significantly more, leaving parks drier than ever before. The penalty for using fireworks in a prohibited area is the $500 fine, 6 months in jail, or both. Next week, safe and sane fireworks go on sale. Parents need to make sure and supervise their children's use of these fireworks. In continuing news about states flying the Confederate flag, it had been reported that Alabama Governor Robert Bentley, Republican, ordered the removal of the Confederate flag from the grounds of the state capitol this morning, saying it was simply the right thing to do. The flag is part of a Confederate memorial at the Capitol in Montgomery. 2 state workers came out this morning and with no fanfare quickly and quietly lowered the flag. According to AL.com, Yasmin August, Bentley's press secretary, confirmed that the flag has been permanently removed. Bentley told AL.com his decision to remove the flag was, in part, a response to last week's massacre of 9 African Americans in a historic black church in Charleston, South Carolina. Dylan Storm Roof, the accused shooter, was a racist who proudly displayed the Confederate flag. The incident has sparked renewed criticism of Confederate tributes across the South. Yes, partially this is about that, Bentley said. This is the right thing to do. We are facing some major issues in the state regarding the budget and other matters that we need to deal with. This had the potential to become a major distraction as we go forward. I have taxes to raise, we have work to do, and it was my decision that the flag needed to come down. South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley has called on her state's legislature to remove the Confederate flag from state grounds as well. The move would require a 2/3 vote of approval from both chambers of the South Carolina legislature. In South Carolina, the governor does not have the authority to remove it like in other states. So we wait for a decision from them. Stay tuned for a Critter Connection with Tanya Pyle when we come back.
I'm Tanya with KZGN Critter Connection. I'm here at the Ridgecrest Animal Shelter with Mary and with Nina. So Mary, tell us about Nina.
Nina is a Siamese calico. She's about 6-7 months old. She is very sweet at times, but she can be Siamese temperamental. She's been around dogs. She prefers to be the only cat in the household. She's short-haired, so she'd be a good companion for somebody that just wants a one-cat family.
And what about her nails? How do they keep them trimmed? Or?
You can trim their nails. You can either do it at home with just nail clippers, regular nail clippers, or you can take them to a groomer or to a vet to have them done. Just so everyone knows, this month our cats are free. There's no charge for the month of June for the adoption of any of our cats. And they come spayed or neutered, microchipped, come with their vaccines, deworm, health check, everything.
Wonderful.
So,
how is the microchip working? Where is that?
the microchip goes under the skin between the shoulder blades. And that's a form of identification. So in case the cat gets loose or gets out, if somebody finds the cat, they can bring it in, we can scan it. Tells us who the owner is and how to get a hold of them, especially with cats because most people let their cats roam. It's very helpful to have a microchip for your cat.
How old do you think Nina is?
She's about 6 months old, 8 months, somewhere in there.
Young.
So, but anybody that's interested can go to our Facebook page. We have all of our pictures of our cats on Facebook as well as our dogs. And Nina is available at no charge, and she's already fixed. She's got started on her shots, and she's just waiting to go into a home.
Last Saturday, Mayor Breeden and Councilman Eddie Thomas took Mike Neal's challenge to check out the new West Ridgecrest Boulevard construction and to try and use it in a wheelchair. They took him up on the challenge. Peggy Breeden sat in a wheelchair while Eddie Thomas pushed her through a few parts of the new street construction. Overall, they both felt that the experiment went very smoothly with little problem. While there have been some complaints from citizens about its impact to the handicapped in wheelchairs, the two of them said things went okay. They even tried the street crossing where there is a jog in the center median. The jog in the median was designed specifically in a manner that allowed the wheelchair person to view up the street to make it easier to see upcoming traffic or oncoming traffic before they enter the road lanes to cross. Peggy did remark that the traffic was very light at the time they did the test, and that it might be a little different when there is heavy traffic. But as it is designed and built, it seems okay. If anyone has any comments about it, they are encouraged to contact the city and voice their concerns. KZGN-TV field reporter Tanya Pyle files this important story. July is Purple Ribbon Month. Purple Ribbon Month is all about keeping kids safe in and around motor vehicles. It is the message Kern County Department of Human Services shares with support from First 5 Kern as well as our local public safety and community partners. Purple Ribbon Month launches in memory of Caitlin Marie Russell. Events hope to raise public awareness about Caitlin's law, passed in 2001, making a citable offense of parents leaving children under age 6 unattended in a motor vehicle without supervision of someone at least 12 years of age. The law was named for 6-month-old Caitlin Marie Russell, who died August 15, 2000, after being left behind in a hot car by a caregiver. July is Purple Ribbon Month in memory of Caitlin and all the children who have lost their lives in preventable injuries in and around cars. The effort serves to educate and increase public awareness regarding all dangers of leaving children unattended in or around motor vehicles. Already this year, at least 7 children have died due to hypothermia nationwide, including our first California tragedy yesterday in Pomona, California. Stay tuned for events in July that will demonstrate how quickly cars heat up, dangers of back-over accidents, and child car seat inspections. National Heat Stroke Prevention Day, Friday, July 31st, when Kern County teams with Safe Kids worldwide to raise awareness and social media campaign about heat stroke deaths of children in vehicles. KZGN will keep you informed as additional events are held throughout the month of July. All individuals and organizations are encouraged to play a role in making Kern County a better place for our families. For information, contact Katie Escudero at 661-633-7104. And just as important, do not leave any pets in vehicles either. The police department is getting daily reports from Kern citizens noticing pets left in cars while the owners go into stores. Pets are being discovered in parking lots by Stater Brothers, Albertsons, and Walmart. Pets left in vehicles is a violation of the California Vehicle Code. Cracking the windows open a couple inches in a car does not provide adequate ventilation. When it's 100 degrees outside, the inside car temperature can hit 135 degrees or more very quickly. The Historical Society of the Upper Mojave Desert is pleased to welcome guitarist Ryan Ayers to the historic USO building, 230 West Ridgecrest Boulevard, on Saturday, June 27th at 7:30 p.m. This is a special concert to raise funds for the beloved USO building's 70th anniversary planned for this October. Mr. Ayers is a talented solo guitarist, composer, and melodist, presenting a well-crafted blend of engaging music and interesting stories that has captivated audiences on both coasts. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. to allow guests to enjoy the culinary treats of the HSUMD Snack Bar. Admission for this exciting musical event is $20 per person and $35 per couple at the door. For more details, call 760-375-8456 or visit www.hsumd.org or facebook.com/Upper Mojave Desert. Now in KZGN's continuous effort to provide news and information you've asked for, here are today's local gas prices. Well, prices are steady since Monday's report. As of this morning, Ridgecrest is ranging from $3.29 to $3.89, Lancaster from $3.39 to $3.69, the LA Valley area $3.29 to $3.51, and the Bishop area is going $3.68 to $3.83. We have 5 stations coming in at the $3.29 figure. Tune in with us Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for updates. We at KZGN always suggest you shop locally to support our local economy. Remember, when you pay sales tax out of town, you are helping those cities pave their streets instead of here. Stay with us for weather and sports after the break. Thanks for staying with us. Let's go to Keith for the weather. Is it going to cool off, Keith?
Well, Tom, unfortunately, it's not going to get any cooler. But first, the National Weather Service is forecasting a risk of severe thunderstorms capable of producing large hail, damaging winds, and a few tornadoes across parts of the northern and central plains and Midwest, with an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms, which could produce damaging straight-line winds across Iowa and northern Illinois. Temperatures across the nation: Carolinas came in at 92, Georgia 91, Arkansas 93, Kansas 86, Colorado 85, Arizona 105, with our west coast in the upper 60s to mid-70s. Our local radar currently shows clear with no chance of precipitation anytime in the next 24 hours. Our 4-day forecast for the IWV: tonight will be clear with a low around 74, southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny and hot with a high near 108. Southwest wind, 5 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low around 77, south-southwest wind, 10 miles per hour. Friday, mostly sunny and hot with a high near 107, west-northwest wind, 5 miles per hour. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 78, west wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, mostly sunny and hot with a high near 108, south-southwest wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 77, west-southwest wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that is a look at your forecast for the IWV. Now back to Tom and the rest of your KZGN news.
Thanks, Keith. Let's go to Tom Heck for sports.
A very pleasant Wednesday afternoon to everyone. Well, the Dodgers yesterday dropped their second game in a row in Chicago. In fact, the Dodgers have dropped 5 of 6 games now. The Dodgers lost a 1-0 decision, a sacrifice fly in the 9th inning did the Dodgers in Chicago. 2 teams play again tonight at Wrigley Field. The Dodgers playing at the oldest venue in baseball, Wrigley Field, Chicago. Okay, the Angels last night were bombed by Houston. The Astros put up 13 runs to defeat the Halos 13-2. The Angels playing at the 500 mark. They just can't seem to get much above it without going on a losing streak. They were 2 games over 500 about a week and a half ago, but the Angels this year have not been more than 3 games over 500 at any time. The Angels will hook up for Game 3 against the Astros today. The Astros lost the first game. The Angels won the second game. Houston has a 5.5 game lead over the Angels and a 3.5 game lead over the Rangers, who lost again yesterday. The Rangers now have lost 3 games in a row. All right, Washington beats Atlanta yesterday 3-1. That stops the Braves winning streak. The Braves had won 5 straight. Pittsburgh ends their losing streak. They had lost 4 in a row. They defeat Cincinnati 7-6. Tampa Bay wins again. They beat Toronto. Boy, the Jays now have lost 3 of 4 games. The Jays lose a lot of close one-run games. St. Louis gets back on the winning track. They defeat Miami 4-3. Baltimore wins, Detroit wins, and the Oakland A's defeat the Rangers 8-6. The A's now have put together 5 of 6. And Colorado, the White Sox, and Milwaukee all win. Milwaukee beats the Mets, and the Mets have lost 6 straight now. They're at the 500 level. They haven't been 500 since they were 3-3. Okay, College World Series. Game 3 tonight, best of 3. Last night, Virginia picks up a win. They shut out Vanderbilt 3-0. Virginia's resilient. They were the team that barely even got into the regionals. They had to come up with a great winning streak at the end of the season, including win their own tournament. They finished 4th in the regular season. Everybody pretty much gave them up for dead. But last year, if you remember, if you're a college baseball fan, Virginia did the same thing, and they got to the championship game just like they are tonight and lost to Vanderbilt, the same team they're playing tonight. So the series 1-all. Vanderbilt won the first game 5-0, and now Virginia comes back and does the same thing. They shut out Vandy, as mentioned, 3-0. Well, that's your sports for this Wednesday. Don't forget this weekend up at Saracoso, they'll have the annual summer high school boys basketball tournament. Burroughs junior varsity team will be involved in that, along with Lone Pine. Trona will be there also. Will Bishop and some other regional teams in our area. That's Friday starting at 3 o'clock and all day Saturday up at Saracoso. That's your sports. I'm Tom Heck for KZGN.
So that's the news for today. All of us at KZGN-TV know you have a choice in what you watch for news. We all thank you for choosing KZGN-TV, Ridgecrest's only locally owned community TV station. Stay tuned for Ridgecrest Talk. Tonight, Tonya Pyle is sitting in for Lois Bears, who is out sick. Get well soon, Lois. We need you back.